She said that she love me, baby. I just wanna G that.
Cheat that. Ad-libs, cheat that. We have, well, do you know what? I'm going to tease you even longer because I'm going to do the My OST show intro first.
Right, okay.
So, okay, you know, guys, so life's a movie, but everyone has a different soundtrack. Welcome to My OST, the show we get a different guest on and go through the soundtrack to their life so far and the stories behind it. So today we have one of the UK's hottest music directors. He's worked on music vids for Nems, Heady, Tion, Jay Silva, shout out Jay Silva as well, if you know, you know, serious. Yeah. Leo Stay Trill, Cairo, Tiny Temper, Bugsy. Look at that, the list goes on and on and on. He's even bloody shot Pete and Bleeding Baz. Yes, he has Pete and Bleeding Baz. And then we're talking a serious resume, not just music, we're talking fashion too. You thought that's all? No, sir. He's done many cold fashion projects. Been seeing a few recently, yeah. Benjart, Seventh, Mertra, Trapstar. Yeah. The list goes on. Episodes, come on. Yeah. And of course, the coldest of all, he's even done some stuff for yours truly.
Yeah, come on.
Winner of, it's funny, I watched you on Link Up TV's music vid competition, winner of The Process. Yeah. Come on, representing South Yorkshire. Wow. Donny in particular, Donny in the house. Come on. And a fellow Ghana man.
Come on.
Repping GH. Young legend, Mr. Blue Boredom.
Wow.
There's no one in the studio, we always clap.
Thank you.
No affiliation to Bonnie, Mr. Blue Boredom.
Yeah, no, that's even crazy. Like when you say all of that, it's just it's so mad to hear all them things I don't, because people be like, oh, like who have you shot for, like that I'd know, and my mind just goes blank.
Exactly.
Because I feel like it all just happens. I'm always just on go. So to hear that, like, man, it's a blessing. Thank you,
bro. You should be proud of yourself again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
thank you.
Clap for you, bro. It's amazing shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, amazing shit. So we've done our intro. We're gonna go straight in. To be fair, I probably should have put the TV on before we went straight in, but it's fine. Little detour for you guys. So first track, do you want to give it an intro?
Okay. So my first track that I chose is Chamillionaire, Riding. You know, they see me rolling, they hating. Yeah, man, this song was like, this shaped a big part of my childhood, and just also just me growing up. Like, I think
classic.
Yeah, like, and I remember watching this video and I was just thinking, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, this might have been one of the first like music videos that I ever even watched, you know? And every time it come on a music channel, like, I'm glued to the screen. And obviously you can even see Chamillionaire wearing grills. And when I was younger, I didn't know what they were in it, but I thought, like, that is hard. And I remember I didn't do like the tinfoil thing, like what some people do, but I used to get like paper clips and like unravel it, and I'd try to put it on my teeth and try to make it like I got grills in it.
That's funny.
And yeah, man, this
Young
is
Blue.
Yeah, man, this is like
troublemaker.
But yeah, man, this was a very important thing, probably shaped part of who I am today. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Serious.
Wow. Well, we're going to get in and then we're going to dive a bit deeper. So, yeah, Chamillionaire, Riding. Man. Okay, so we're in Chamillionaire, Riding.
Oh, man. See me, I've always had a love of these caps, you know.
Yeah.
Because of these times here.
Yeah,
I was like, I just want one of these caps and a do-rag. Like.
That's dope. Oh my, it's like twins, bro.
Yeah, bro. Literally, I've got the chain now. I got the, you know what I'm saying?
That's funny. Mate, this is so how old was you these times?
Oh, bro, I must have been like maybe less than 10.
Man's 10 just riding around like this.
Yeah, man.
Mate, that's actually making me laugh about that.
Bro, I just wanted to be a gangster.
Gangster,
like,
bro. Fans in the playground.
Oh my days.
Don't talk to man.
Yeah, bro. I remember I used to walk around like trying to look all serious and with like a screw face, trying to look serious.
Fans in the smolder in the playground.
Bro.
Mate, I'm creasing. That's so funny. So this is, were you in Donny at this time?
Yeah. I think this is early times moving to Doncaster though.
Yeah.
But yeah, we was there still. Yeah, we was in Doncaster.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It was there or London.
Oh, so wait, so if you don't mind me asking, because funnily enough, people always ask me, like, I was actually born in Ghana.
What's your?
Yeah, I was actually born in Ghana. I moved to the UK when I was 2. So, was you born here?
Nah, I was born in Ghana too.
Oh, sick.
And then I moved here like before I was 1.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
similar, man.
And then we was in I think we was in London. So we was in London for a bit and then we moved up to Doncaster.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, sick, bro.
Yeah,
Sick,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
That's actually mad similar to me because we was down south, but more west of London, like London, kind of Reading, Berkshire type area.
Yeah.
And then we moved up north as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What age did you move up north?
It must have been like I think I moved up north maybe for like reception or year 1 or something.
Yeah. Okay, he was young.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was young.
Yeah, I was very young. Yeah.
That's interesting. Do you remember anything before Yorkshire then? No, not really.
Don't remember. Nah, maybe like my back garden. Like that. Yeah.
Man's Yorkshire through and through.
Yeah. Basically, man.
A real black rose. Shout out the Black Yorkshireman. We say
on.
shout out Shades.
Yeah. Shout out
the
Shay,
Black
man.
Yorkshireman. Come on. Yeah, that's sick. It's interesting because we've touched on it on the last or a couple of eps, I think. But yeah, how was your experience in Donny like? Because where I was in Yorkshire, it was like no black people.
Yeah, that was basically the same story for me. Growing up there, like barely any black people, so I got barely any black mates.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, you know that you're different.
Yeah.
You see that in who the girls fancy.
Yeah.
Even just some of the people there as well, like
Yeah.
like your friends and your boys and whatever, like, you know, yeah, you're always the black guy, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a bit of a tough one, and you know, sometimes I look back and I wish like I'd have used it more as like a power thing to be like, yeah, you know what, I am different. But I think at that time that I didn't know any better, and I kind of let it get me down a lot.
Yeah. No facts.
Going into like school and things like that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was interesting. You know them ones as well, like on a Sunday, like, you know, you go in church with your mum and that, and obviously they're all wearing like the Ghanaian drip, and like and if I didn't want to be seen in town or something, like I'm going to church as well. And
do you know what?
you know
Shade's
what I
got
mean?
a really similar story about wearing all the Nigerian like, traditional gowns
yeah.
and like not wanting to get seen in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, man. Like to be honest, I never had to wear like the garms and stuff. I don't think like with the Ghanaian culture, it's as strict as like Nigerians. Like, let me not even speak on anything I don't know fully actually. So just cancel that. But yeah, I never. Yeah, I was never wearing that. But I think it was just seeing my mum and my grandma and everybody all dressed like it. I was just like, I don't want people to see me right now going to church.
Yeah, those days are interesting. I feel like it's interesting because when I was young, I always used to think like, oh, I don't care what other people think, but I feel like you definitely do kind of get affected by it, and like, yeah, as you say, it can be isolating when you're the only whoever.
Yeah, literally.
And then you always like get incidents. Like I always remember one incident when I was walking out of, I don't know if you remember, like JJB Sports back in the day.
Wow, yes.
Throwback, making it sound old again. But anyway, we both bought tennis balls. We was both bouncing them out. Me and a mate, obviously like white Donny, and then we was both bouncing out. Obviously, both didn't have a receipt or anything. We just both bouncing out. Security guard stops me, like grabs me type thing, stops me, asks me to show my receipt. Lets my mate go. Lets my mate go, like thinking that I stole it, basically.
Yeah. It's mad.
I was like, I must have been like 13 or something.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. I just remember so many like racist incidents that I went through, and I think that like played into, because when I was a bit younger, I used to like have like a pretty bad temper and stuff in it.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of played into. I think that a lot of the time I felt like a lot of things were just unjust. You know, like whether it be teachers or random people in public, the kind of things I was facing, I felt as though like no one ever like took my side, and you know, so. Yeah, I think it built up like a lot of anger them times there.
It's understandable, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, it actually just makes sense.
Yeah.
You would get angry at the situation, especially when at that age maybe you can't like fully understand all the things which like kind of go into it. Because I actually wonder why were your family up there? Was there like a reason?
Yeah, do you know what? It was like one of my aunties, not like a blood related auntie, but we just call her auntie, innit? She I think she must have moved to Doncaster, and then she was telling my mum like, oh yeah, like, you know, it's a bit safer, it's like more affordable, whatever else, like the houses there are quite nice as well, it's peaceful. So obviously, like, you know, living in London's not easy. We was in like Southeast, I think. And yeah, so my mum just kind of took that. Like, she went there, so it was saying, she said, yeah, it's calm.
Yeah.
Moved everybody there.
Yeah.
Everyone moved, innit?
Yeah. No, fairs, man. It's interesting. So do you look back fondly on that whole childhood period, looking back now, with your hindsight?
No.
Nah.
Like, I think the only thing about childhood that obviously I look back fondly on is just like the freedom.
Yeah.
And, you know, like you kind of look back and like, you know, things that you thought was a big deal just wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just remember riding my bike a lot, like with my brother, and like just day in, day out, and just playing football and whatever else.
Yeah, it's one of them. And yeah, I feel like the tone I'm getting from you is like mixed bag. You can kind of like appreciate the good bits, but yeah, some bits that you didn't quite like.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a bit later periods in time in life that sometimes I feel like, oh, it'd be nice if we go back there, but that time, like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's interesting, bro. And just finally, before we move on to track number 2, we're gonna tease you guys again. We're gonna wait a little bit. Family unit, then. So you mentioned brother, and what is it? Mum, dad, brother.
No, it's my mum, and like her partner and stuff like.
Yeah.
So my dad passed away back in like 2007.
Oh, Pete, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And I got an older sister.
Yeah.
So older sister, younger brother.
Yeah. Okay, so you're the middle.
I'm a middle child.
Middle child.
Yes.
Middle child.
Middle child.
Shout out J. Cole.
Yeah.
Middle child.
Well, sometimes I feel like the firstborn now though. As we got a bit older.
Oh really? Man of the house.
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
You know, like it's only my brother now that lives there with my mum still. But I don't know. I feel like as I got a bit older, as like I started like just coming to my own more as a man, I feel like slightly I kind of sometimes take on that older sibling kind of role. I'm the voice of reason, I like to think.
I want your family. Got to send this to your family.
Yeah. I think they'll have to agree still. Nah, I think she'll agree still. I think she'll agree still.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, they're there, man. They're cool.
Mate, that's sick. Okay, so we're going into track number 2. We've got Lowski, Money and Beef. So we're gonna go straight in. Shout out Lowski, Harlem Spartans.
Harlem Spartans, man. Boy.
Shout out Lowski. Let's get this off mute. M1 as well. It's cold.
Shout out M1 on the beat. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
he's cold. He's a good guy still.
Yeah, do you know what? I've got a show loading that's like gonna involve producers. So yeah, I'd love to get him on one day.
Yeah, no, he's a good guy. Old school Lowski, man. Bro, this time here was an era as well.
I was saying, I love these videos, bro.
Yeah, man. Just wanna cheat that. Them boys on knees.
You gotta crank this one
They
up.
say they
Still.
that my team. And if you're looking for me, you can find me in the streets. Money and beef, money and beef, You know this one though?
Yeah.
In the streets, money and
Not that
beef,
well though.
Money and beef, And if you're looking for me, you can find me.
So
Run through
funny.
bands. Back so much weight in eons. Go ask Puzzle Gang. I swear I could have
Spit
put my
in,
hand.
come on.
Boys ran, Teddy or Max steps in the cup with nags. 19's waving up man, gang. Yeah, man.
Mate,
This was my uni, like
Trust
my
me.
uni anthem.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Mate, did you used to go Hallam Nation top
Yeah,
4 on
man.
Wednesday?
Yeah. And I'd be out here like by the DJ, telling the DJ to play certain songs and that. And I'd be like,
Play Lowski, play
yeah,
Lowski,
yeah,
Money and
bro,
Beef.
yeah, bro. 'Cause I built up a rapport with him, so sometimes he would let me
Yeah.
suggest certain things.
Yeah. Sick.
Money and beef on GG, I bet you get dipped like me. But bands, yeah, man, cold. Yeah, you know the maddest thing is like how much I was listening and watching this back at uni with my boys.
Yeah.
And then obviously later on going on to shoot for him.
Oh, sick.
I was like,
another credit, name drop.
yeah, another one, yeah,
Come
man.
on.
Like that was a real,
That's
like,
sick.
yeah. And I told him, I said, yo, like you don't even know, like
Yeah,
when I was
man.
in uni, me and my boys, we was rinsing your
Yeah.
music, bro.
Trust
You know what I'm
me.
saying?
Trust me.
They say they trap, not like my team.
That's actually sick, them moments when you get to
Yeah,
go actually shoot
Yeah.
work. Because Joe had a story like that with
Yeah.
Craig David.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick, bro. It's inspiring. Just goes to show, though, because I actually know of like more people who have stories like that of getting to work with like artists who've been like really important to them. So it's sick, man.
Yeah. But I think he's in prison now.
Ain't shooting for him no more.
Nope. I did that one video and not long after he's in prison. Yeah, man.
No affiliation, by the way.
Yeah. EastEnders with 4.5 like I look like a cut down head off. Smoke on me. If I gave her a dance, she would have put the pole on me. Don't talk about beef. Work on the curbs. Michigan these. She said that she love me, baby. I just wanna G that.
I said, treat that.
From me, you can find me in the streets.
Man, I was saying I love these vids, like so simple,
Bro,
but
yeah,
they're
man.
a staple.
Yeah,
This
bro.
is the
Because that's the thing as well.
culture,
Because like this is even like, because yeah, watching this, I don't know if I'd even shot a music video yet.
Okay, yeah.
But like, I would watch these thinking these like, I want to shoot this. Like this is cold,
Yeah.
and it's so simple, but like. Yeah, there was a time I couldn't wait to shoot drill videos. I was like, yeah, I want to shoot drill
Yeah,
videos.
bro.
But then obviously after life and you see
Yeah.
what it's really like shooting drill videos. Yeah.
And then you're like, nah.
Yeah, man.
I've
it's-
done enough.
Yeah, I've done enough now. I've done enough. There's been too many, the human situations. It's just
Bro,
long,
the
innit?
situations.
just
Well.
long.
Do you know what? That leads us perfectly into it as the track ends. You're talking about situations. Go on. You got any stories for us?
Bro, you know, like, I feel like I've spoken on it quite a bit on some other podcasts, innit? But let me just say, just situations whereby, like, people that probably, let's say, don't get along with the artist that I'm shooting for, maybe have pulled up and, like, just come to cause a ruckus.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
And I've been there as a cameraman, just like what's going on? Like, this is mad, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A couple of situations I've had to actually like grab myself and run. Couple of situations I've had to put my foot down in the car, get out of there. Like
Jeez,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Yeah, like it's got real like that. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's all I can really say. To be fair.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez. Fair enough. They
Yeah.
sound kind of mad, but don't worry, man. We won't dig too much deeper. But going back to your last track then, so Lowski. So uni, obviously, we was both in Sheffield.
Yep.
Yes. And you done, what did you study?
I did film and media production.
Okay. Yeah, credentials, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, I think we could know a few mutuals, like, like Darshan and...
Yeah. We done a couple projects. We done like a Blanco project together.
Yeah, it was sick.
We done what is it else? Couple like these like streetwear brands as
Yeah.
well. We've done together.
Yeah.
What's his name as well? Ours. You know Ours? From London.
Not too sure. with that.
Okay. Now he was dropping an EP.
Yeah.
We did like an EP like trailer video for him.
Yeah.
Pretty sick video. We had like the name of the EP written out on the floor like in fire.
Oh,
like
sick.
in like real
Oh,
fire. Like
that's cold.
It was cold. One of
Yeah.
the coldest shots I've ever done.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
But nah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy still.
Yeah, that's sick. How do you find it then? Was the course good or?
You know what it is, like the course was alright in it, and you know what, they've had me come in to do a few talks recently.
Okay,
Just
fine.
you know, so yeah, the course is good, isn't it?
I love them, man. They're the best.
They're the
actually.
best, yes. No,
best.
like the course it was decent, but I think, you know what, for me, I would say that the main thing I kind of got out of that place was, you know, there was the ability to rent out cameras from uni,
Yeah.
which is good.
That's
And I think putting me in a city, I know Sheffield is only down the road, but being in that city allowed me to meet artists, meet other creatives and stuff. Because in Doncaster, that nobody's doing anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that uni experience was. Oh, uni was great, man. I had a great time
Yeah,
at
uni
uni.
was
man.
a
I
ball.
had a great time. Like
Uni was a ball.
I actually I had a really good social life, and I actually had a pretty good uni life. Like
Yeah.
I was doing well at uni.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like skipping lectures and stuff like that. But I was also outside
Yeah.
as well. So I was doing it all, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me. Yeah, uni was sick, man. I loved it. I loved
Yeah.
it. So, basically before your course, had you done any video stuff?
Nah, not even, you know.
Yeah.
Not even. I think
Okay,
as far
so
as
fresh.
yeah, as far as it goes, like I had a YouTube channel with my mate, and we would just film like challenges or like
Yeah.
whatever else. And I was one that always used to edit it. So I suppose looking back then, I was always kind of editing.
Yeah, fine. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
and like I look back at certain like little, because obviously I'm a skater too, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Skateboard them, shout out.
yeah, come on, man. Yeah, man, check the tees as well. You get me?
Come
Like,
on,
they're
come
coming
on,
out
look
soon,
at
man.
that,
Pretty girls
come
with
on.
skateboards. You get me? You know that's the
Trust
truth.
me. Yeah, we got to cop them, bro.
But yeah, so obviously sometimes me and my mate would film each other skating, and I'd like be putting together some like little edits and whatnot. But yeah, like I wasn't ever looking at this like, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing or I do. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
man.
That's interesting. So do you think you had like do you think that little foundation helped you at all, or not really? Or is it interesting, like where would you say, do you think each step was important, like you doing a little bit before, then the course, then what you done after, or was it like nothing before really mattered, and it was when you left uni that was when you really upped your game and leveled your craft? Or would you just say like it was like a constant thing? What was your like journey like with the video then?
I would say those things that I did before definitely had an indirect help in it, because I feel like it helped me to understand kind of like what I sort of like, or like, you know, me editing these like little videos and whatever else, like it's training me to like know timing of when to cut certain things, or show this, don't show that. That's like useless, that's dead space. You know what I'm saying? But obviously it was when I was in uni that I picked up the camera and stuff anyways. I went home on one summer holidays. It was even my final year of uni that I actually picked this up. I look back and I wish I started it in first year, to be honest.
This is the thing.
But I didn't know, innit? But it was when I was getting to that third year that it started sinking in. I'm like, raw, like I've got some, like I know I want to be like a director or cinematographer, but I can't see how this course is getting me near to there. Because I'm following certain photographers, certain directors on Insta, and I'm seeing what they're doing. I'm just like, what I'm doing right now, my course doesn't look like it gets me there.
Yeah.
You know? So it was at that point that I started, like I took that initiative and I said, you know what, I'm going to start like just shooting stuff, start taking pictures. That's the easiest thing I can do right now, because I don't have a video camera, don't have a laptop to be editing videos. So I said, cool, I'm going to do photography. And then obviously, yeah, it was from posting that consistently that eventually that moved on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, because I remember, you started out just doing photos.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was doing photos, yeah. Because, it's what my camera would allow. And I had a certain style of the photos. I was going for like that kind of film type of like 16, 35 millimeter film sort of look.
Yeah.
And everyone really rated it. So that was getting me some jobs.
Yeah, and because I remember I was kind of like loosely following from afar. But your photo stuff was good. So what, was it always video in mind then, or?
Always video.
Yeah.
It was always, I never once thought I wanted to be a photographer, because these times I didn't even think there was money in this at all, to be honest. Like I just thought, you have to be like a big director of like Hollywood films to make money.
Yeah.
But then eventually I kind of saw, okay, there might be some money in like the music videos and fashion videos sort of thing.
Yeah.
I thought photographers don't get nothing. I thought, because I had a bit of a closed mindset. I think I just thought,
Yeah.
well, you're taking pictures, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? yeah. Until I started doing it, and then people was paying me £30, £50, not a lot of money still,
Yeah.
but it was racking up, and I'm like, okay, like this is actually some money. I got like £300 from this, just taking pictures.
Yeah.
You know, so it was at that point I thought, okay, cool, I'm gonna do that, but the goal was always to do videos.
Yeah, the goals always do videos. Sick, bro. That was sick, bro. Shout out uni, man. The quick one. What was you like at uni? Was you like in the books type thing, or for you, I guess it's not the books, but or was you like doing the partying, or was you
I
like?
was doing both. I was doing it all, bro.
Yeah.
I was doing it all, to be honest. Like my course it wasn't too like intense like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
it's
a film
dangerous. Them
course.
ones.
Like,
They're begging you to go out.
yeah. So I mean, so like first, second year, a little bit of third year, I was out a lot. I was outside a lot.
Yeah.
But then I started also shooting too. So these times now I'm doing uni, I'm shooting, I'm working part time at Nando's, and I'm also doing. Well, did I already say I'm doing uni?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing these three things basically.
Yeah.
And then obviously being like outside going clubbing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I did it all, man. I did it all.
Sick.
Yeah,
It's the
literally.
best way to do it, man. It's the best way to do it.
Yeah. Some people can't balance it all, but I feel like I always knew where I wanted to go. So I always knew when it's time to
Knuckle down.
wrap it up. Yeah, wrap it up. Let's get serious now. You know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
thing. I feel like you got to be like that because it's when you don't know when to stop or you get the balance off. Even sometimes, to be fair, maybe I'm guilty of getting the balance off, but yeah, that's when you start to like fuck it basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mate, trust me. And shout out Nando's as well. Sponsor us.
Yes,
Every time
yes.
anyone mentions any brand, I'm
Yes.
like, sponsor us.
Yeah, man.
Trust me, that's
Come
funny.
on, Nando's.
Okay, so we're into the next one. Track number 3, I believe. Gunna, Hell of a Price.
Hell of a price.
Let's go. Every time I forget to unmute it. But we're gonna go. Let's go. Oi, Metro.
Yeah.
Trying to give you more life. I can see the spike. Niggas creeping like mice. I'ma speak through the mic. Gotta be more precise. You ain't wrong if you right. Had a wonderful night. Paid a hell of a price.
Hey, love Gunna.
Gunna's the coldest. Gunna's actually the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT. Me, I would have paid for the £50 to go to the thing, you know. And I've seen like all the controversy about paying £50 to go run with it. Me, I'd have done it.
Mate,
I'd have done it, me.
It's crazy.
I just had no one to go with.
Mate, you can't be doing that.
Huh?
You can't be paying 50 quid to go run with Gunna.
Yeah, I'd have done it, man.
It's a bit mad, bro.
I'd have done it, man.
To be fair, it would have been sick.
Cause I recently started running, innit?
Yeah.
I recently started running.
No, to be fair, if you love Gunna and you're a runner, it's a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like I don't even know what I'd have said to him. I've seen him, but I don't even know, man. This is the day. This right. Niggas creeping like mice. I'ma speak through the mic. Gotta be more precise. You ain't wrong if you right. Wrong if you right. Wonderful night. Wonderful night. Pay a hell of a price. Yeah, I'm a train killer. Cop these bands sprinter. Got in his own with big trick like Godzilla. Glock 40, I'm a hot spitter. Send the niggas to the hospital. He's so cold, man.
Too cold, that.
So were they heroes like talking over this sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the audio, we'll have all of this stuff in.
Okay.
And to be fair, actually, the YouTube will have it in as well, unless certain tracks get cut. 'Cause
Yeah.
the labels hate us. F the labels, man. Labels copyrighting some of our tracks.
Oh yeah, they will.
So peak.
So what are you gonna do about that then?
It's just basically so some tracks don't end up in each version, basically. So we have like a worldwide version which has like maybe it'll be like 7 out of 9 tracks, for example. And then we have the uncut, which might have all of them, or it might have like one missing, basically. And
Right.
then depending on what regions people are in, you can get access to different ones. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Because in theory, we shouldn't be getting any like copyright strikes, but even when I've researched and everyone I've spoke to, like people in the industry, they're like, oh yeah, like it should just get demonetized.
Yeah,
it
monetized,
shouldn't
that's what
it
it
shouldn't
is.
get like visibility blocked, but we keep getting visibility blocks because the labels will like claim a track or two on average so far each ep.
Right.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are ops at the moment.
The labels.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, man.
Them labels. Yeah. So tell us more about why did you pick this one, and what's the stage of life, or what's the story behind this one, then, bro?
Yeah, you know what? I chose this song because this song was. I remember hearing this on the night that I guess Blue Boredom happened. Because
Jeez.
because my friend Kaya that I went to uni with, she obviously I was doing all the photos, so taking photos and doing it at pre-drinks and things like that, and we was going to this event, and she said, oh, like, why don't you ask the event like if you can take your camera and then like you can like take photos there.
Real one. Come
Yeah.
on, real one.
She's a real one for that, man. She had my back for years. I ain't spoke to her for a minute still, but she's a good girl still. But yeah, so she said like, why don't I ask them? I asked them and said, yeah, cool. And obviously I took my camera there that night and I was taking the pictures and whatever else. I remember being on stage as well because taking pictures of the DJ and whatever. And I felt like what it feels like to be a celebrity for a sec, to be honest, because I was on the stage. Because I was on the stage as well. Like lots of people were looking at me and like I was like yelling that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're thinking like, oh, like you get me because he's on stage. So yeah, and I remember this song coming on, and I just remember like being in the moment, having that like moment, like a bit out of body, hearing this song and being like, oh my gosh, like I'm here, like I'm taking photos, like this could be the beginning of something, like whatever, and then like from then I was just rinsing the song a lot in uni, and just it was like that song that made me feel like I've made it, like I don't know, it just inspired me, like had me feeling motivated, you know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
So yeah, that's
That's hard. So what happened after that? What was next?
What was next? Well, what was next was I met some guys at the next event by that same company.
Yeah.
And because this time I went in with a game plan. I said, yo, you know what, actually, I'm going to take pictures of... I seen those artists there. So I said, I'm going to take pictures of them. I'm going to focus more on them.
Yes.
And I'm going to, like, introduce myself. Yo, like, da-da-da-da. Let me get your Insta. I'll send you your photos tomorrow. Who doesn't want their photos the next day?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So they're like, oh, yeah, calm. This is Young Arts, Cade Online, Sliderverse, a couple of that crew.
Yeah.
I think it was called Audio Phase at the time or something.
Yeah.
And they must have been doing a show at the O2 in Sheffield as well, supporting Russ. And they asked me to come do the BTS. So obviously now I've gone there to do the BTS of that. And then obviously that looks good on the page because now Russ is on there. Russ was doing a mad thing at the time as well with his tunes. So yeah, it was a good look, and that kind of just started like, it was like the initial propel into some stuff.
Yeah. No, that's sick. So these times, was you earning or not really?
Yeah, I'd say these times like, was that earning?
And had you left uni this time?
No, I'm in uni. Yeah, this is the very start because like I was doing this whole thing whilst I was in uni. So was I earning? No. No, I wasn't. But actually, no. The second event that I did, they paid me £50.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's decent.
they paid me £50.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I wasn't earning then, like for the next few weeks or months. Like yeah.
No, fair play, bro. Fair play. We're gonna take a quick pause. Okay, so we're back in.
Yo.
We have Mr. Blue Boredom's My OST. Shout out Ghana in the house.
Yep. GH.
Yorkshire in the house.
Yep.
Come on.
YS, come on.
YS, come on. Okay, so we got Future, Married to the Game. Let's go.
But they wouldn't let you know, like, okay, you're going to be here for 56 days. They ain't even tell me that.
I ain't never seen the music video to it.
Yeah. So for some of them, I always try to find an interesting video. So for the Kanye one, there's an interesting video.
And when you go to Europe or something, I'm going to be like, oh, hold on, go in the room, talk to you and all kind of shit. Canada, you ain't finna get in, you got to go there. There's so much to get in. Them people want you to come over, like, come on over here. You got something for your motherfucking ass over here.
Future's also like,
I was trying to work out what is he even saying. Like,
I got 1 in 10 words.
I was just like, cause I ain't never know when you gonna get out.
so he had to go Tupac mode.
I was just like, man, I don't know. They keep talking about December 17th, and they say the 17th, 22nd. Alright, man, I'm finna dig out
That guy's coming like Nathan.
That's crossed my mates. I love that. Shout out Noah, bro. I'm gonna show him that after you killed me.
That
There.
guy's coming like Nathan, man.
He's in the stew cooking up heat, bro. That's funny, bro. When's this music
in it, though.
started, bro? This guy's waffling. Oh, here we go.
GT Films.
Cool video so far.
Yeah, it's calm. Oh, it's a bit of like a vloggy video.
Yeah, mad.
More problems. More guns, more violence.
Hey, jeez, this is hard, bro.
Yeah, man.
Man, I love tunes like this. It's got that rock, you know.
Yeah. Is this one that you already knew as well?
No, do you know
you've
what?
never
I
heard this one
don't know if
before?
I've heard this one, you know.
Ah. You wanted your badge, get it. Cash on my liver. Rose on my liver.
Headshots from my enemy. She got a money machine clicking, you know how I kick it. Even a witness gon' see you dependent.
Oh, it must be sick, you know. These man being on tour.
Yeah, nah, fully.
Have you done much tour shit?
Not really, you know.
Yeah.
Not really.
Does it interest you or?
Nah, I wouldn't really care to, man. It's intense for a camera guy, for a videographer. Like, it's intense.
Yeah.
Cause like you gotta record it. You gotta record everything, and then you gotta get it turned over for like the next day. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like people that know that do it, it's
Yeah.
intense. It's
Yeah.
intense. Unless the bag is right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't
Anything
shout me
for
for
the
your
right
tour.
bag.
Yeah. If the bag ain't right, don't shout me for your tour, man. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
There you go. You heard it here first. Don't
man.
bother.
Don't bother.
I'm his agent now, by the way. What was he waffling about now? Summer 16.
Wow. Take me back.
What a time.
What a time to be alive.
Trust me.
Hey, know what you got?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, no, that's it. If you read this, it's too late.
Yeah. Still though, I think. Was that
What time to be alive is
Yeah.
when he did with Drake, though, innit?
Yeah. That was, I think, 2015. I love that project.
It was that album that got me on Drake, you know.
Yeah, it's so
It
good.
was that one.
So good.
I think I must have heard Know Yourself.
Oh,
And then that's when I was like, oh my, yeah, you know what, Drake's cold. And then,
mate, you know, apparently Drake and Future have got a track on Iceman. People are
Is it,
saying, yeah,
ah.
like they've reunited after the drama.
What are you saying? Are you Kendrick or Drake?
Oh, he's trying to expose me.
What are you saying?
He's trying to expose me. Listen, there's only one right answer. That is Drizzy Drake.
Yeah, come on.
Serious respect.
Come on, man.
You know.
Yeah,
All the
man.
K-bots gonna be hating.
I know.
Sorry.
I know. But nah, it's a Drake thing, man. It's a Drake thing, man. Like,
Yeah, bro.
like how you, yeah. Okay, yeah, Kendrick, cool. Like we can bar, like, alright, cool, whatever. But,
Boring,
like, you
boring.
can actually make music you want to listen to.
Mate, Drake
You know what I'm
is
saying?
Drake. Mate, I've been, because of Iceman, I've been like going deep into the Drake archives, and he's got so many bangers.
Yeah.
Like
I think you just cut this now, to be honest.
yeah,
Like, it's just
so many
it's like a,
bangers.
yeah.
Let me see. Is it even put about the music?
Yeah, now it's done. Yeah, that was
it?
the end of the song before.
Oh, that's it. Mate, mad vloggy video. Kind of cool though. Kind
Yeah.
of cool. So yeah, why did you put this one in your list, bro?
I put this one on my list because I think when I was listening to this before at the time, this was another one of those motivational songs for me. That like I was listening to in like the early grinding times of Blue Boredom, like this was kind of getting me through, and like I remember like me and my friends and that we'd just be in uni, maybe like smoking or whatever, I say that in case like my mum and everyone watches, innit? But we would just be there and we'd just be talking
Not him
about...
though, not him though. Come on.
Yeah, it wasn't me, my friends, innit?
Yeah.
And we just be talking about, like, one day, like, imagine, like, we got, like, this house and the marble floors. Like this song, I've always said that when, like, I've made it, like, this is what I have.
You're gonna
my
be
house.
blasting this one.
Yeah, and, like, with, like, my surround sound speakers.
Trust me, bro.
And, like, you know, like,
Yes,
the sunken
yes.
sofas in the living room. You know them sofas, like, they kind of, you
like
got to take a
this.
lot of steps to get
So
into
comfy,
it.
you're like
Yeah,
this,
and
yeah.
then, like, the house just smells of, like, oud and marble floors.
Man's
like,
considered the sense.
yes. Like, I've got, like, this
Unbelievable.
vision. And it's like, I imagine this song playing, and I'm there, and I've got, like, my little champagne or something.
I can imagine
there
it.
in
You're
my
painting the
robe.
picture.
Yeah, I'm there in my
Painting the
robe, and I'm
picture.
just like, yeah, like, well done, Ben. Like, you made it. Well done, Blue.
Jeez,
You know what I'm saying?
jeez, what a moment. What a moment. I felt like
how
I
I
just
look
lived it.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. That's
Now
what
I'm jealous.
It can be yours too. It can
Trust
be
me,
yours too.
that
But
is
yeah, that's
sick. That is sick. That's sick. Okay, so we will keep it stepping. We're gonna go straight into the next one. So
Yeah.
this was, you said, the first.
like the first ever like video I did, just doing like a sneaker haul, and I used this song.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, this song's just, oh man, it just reminds me of like just it being innocent and young and like just not knowing much and like just trying things, and just also like I think it was a time when I was like coming into like embracing like being me and like who I am and
Okay, yeah.
whatever. Like obviously
Yeah.
that's been a journey anyways, like, you know, like self-love
Yeah.
and them kind of things there.
Yeah.
But this was like around the time of like tapping in and like, okay, cool, like I'm enjoying being different. I'm enjoying like being a creative, quirky type of guy, like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this song was around that time.
Wow, that's sick, bro. It's interesting. Just before we get into it, it's interesting because Chade's got a project called Misfit, and he kind of like was kind of like repping that kind of same type thing that you're saying. Same type of thing that you're saying, bro. Like about being a bit like different and how you've got to embrace it. You've got
Absolutely.
got to embrace
Absolutely.
it. That's the thing, and I feel like especially when you're younger, sometimes you don't for a bit, like you say. But then it's a bit of a journey, and then as you get older, I think hopefully that's definitely part of maturing. I think
It is, because
You
when
got-
you're younger, you just want to
Yeah.
fit in. When you're younger, you want to fit in. You want to be like your
Exactly.
mates. You want to be like everything you see around you.
Yeah.
Obviously, as you get older, like, you come into your own a bit more.
Yeah, no facts. Okay, let's go.
This is so cool. I've never seen this before.
Yeah, what an intro, and this beat is instrumental's
amazing.
unbelievable. So good. This is one of my favorite picks of the pod so
Yeah.
far. I can't lie.
So was this like a Yeezy show?
Yeah, I think so. Madison Square Gardens.
Trust issues.
Switch up the number, I can't be bothered. I cannot blame you for having an angle. I ain't got no issue, I'm just doing my thing. Hope you
Doing your thing too. I'm a deadbeat.
Family reunions.
By drinking at the communion. Now my tux is ruined. What we
Do it.
Yeah,
Mate,
from the bottom.
yay.
You know what? Yeah, what
Bro.
Ye has done in the fashion world, like,
bro, yeah, I can't lie. I'm trying to avoid Ye on the pod because I'm gonna get
Yeah,
cancelled.
yeah.
Ye he's got his issues.
Yeah.
But putting all of that aside, if we're talking
Yeah.
about what he's done and him as a creative, he's
Yes.
ridiculous.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Now this is cold.
Ty Dolla's unbelievable as well. Feature king.
Yeah. Down on my name, throw dirt on him. How old your brother was? How old your son is? Junior on the way though. Already got one kid.
You know what? I love when artists go like back to back on a verse as well.
Yeah,
Sounds so
yeah.
cold.
I remember when Yeezy was like just proper like,
Yeah,
you know, remember like
it
the
was-
350s,
Mate, everyone, mate.
the
It was
Yeezy
like the
Boost.
hottest thing.
It was the
bro.
hottest thing,
Bro.
man. I used to, man.
Trust
I used to
me.
love it so much.
Mate.
The models are cold as well.
Yeah.
I wonder what she's thinking about. I was going through her mind right now, like.
Yeah, I don't know what sort of brief Ye gave them. It'd be like, don't move.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with all this Yeezy gear. Yeah.
Oh, cold.
Yeah.
That's a cold shot of him.
I think I remember this. This might have been the listening party.
Yeah.
This is mad because this is a big inspiration for what I want to do. I want to bring back like listening parties,
Okay.
like for new albums. Like sick.
Cold.
Mad.
I'm so glad that you showed me this, that I've seen this. I'm gonna watch this again.
Yeah.
It's so simple.
Yeah, it's,
But like,
it's
I don't
like
know. I just-
powerful.
yeah, but I just
I
love
think with
it,
the
like-
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but you see when I watch things like this, like I just think like I just love black people. Like look at all these models, like these like beautiful people.
Yeah.
So like just
Shout out,
uniquely crafted. Like that is black people, man. Like I don't even need to say, oh, I'm not saying anything about any other races. I'm just giving
Yeah, just being
props.
positive,
Yeah,
giving props
'cause
where it's due.
black is beautiful.
There
black
you
is
go,
amazing.
black is beautiful. It's funny because at the BLM protest, that was what my sign said.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, because Dave says it as well, doesn't he? Black is beautiful.
Yeah, man. We are so amazingly, uniquely crafted.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, tell us more about that track, bro, and why you picked it.
Yeah, man. Literally, it was just like I was saying before. Really, it was just
Just that video, or
no. Well, I never seen that video in it, but like, oh, you mean in terms of like my first
Yeah.
video? Yeah. As I say, it was the song that, you know, well, amongst a few other songs, but it was one of the songs that just man, I just felt like I was getting a bit more confident in just like being myself in it, and just like expressing myself through fashion and like creativity. Like I just got braids at the time actually.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I got them, and like obviously, you know, as I say before, I come from a skating background, so a lot of my fashion at that time was influenced by that.
skater stuff. Yeah.
But a lot of my friends weren't skaters, so I'd come into school non-uniform day or maybe on a weekend when we see each other. Like I'm just like different in it, but I didn't care, like, cause I was like, nah, like, well, this is me, like, this is my drip in it, wearing like my pink Vans, and you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man, that song is like a song of expression, like self-expression for me, I think.
Yeah, no,
You
that's
know?
sick. That's sick. And it's interesting. So basically, as you were starting to express yourself more through, like you said, fashion, how you dressed, all of this stuff, maybe even the stuff you was doing, it just happened to coincide with the starting the videos.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
is there a bit of a story there? Like, was it like a mate who put you on, or like, how did you actually, or was it just one day you was like, I'm just gonna do this?
Nah, you know what? I used to do drama in school. So before, I kind of wanted to be an actor.
mad.
And then like, yeah, and then I was like, maybe this acting thing, maybe you got to go to Hollywood for that. And like, maybe you need to
Yeah.
So I kind of put myself off of it.
Okay.
And then I was like, maybe I'll be a director.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, I was watching Hollyoaks a lot of the time. So I was like, yeah, I'll be a director and I'll make soaps.
Yeah.
And then I watched Spider-Man 2. And
What a
then-
film.
What a film. And the
Yeah.
scene when Spider-Man's fighting Dr. Octopus on the train, and it's just mad. Like, if it starts on the building, and
Yeah,
then you know that
man.
scene, like,
I know the
like
scene.
they're
Iconic.
falling, and it's
Yeah.
like they cut
Yeah.
the soundtrack out, and then it's like they're just like,
Yeah. The sound design.
And oh
unbelievable.
mate, and then they
mate.
go onto the train, and then they're doing
Yeah.
all the train thing, and
Yeah,
at that
yeah,
time
yeah,
there,
yeah.
I say, yo, like
This
I
is
wanna
cold.
make stuff like this.
Yeah.
I thought the camera work, the sound is incredible,
it's insane.
So I watched that.
Yeah.
That was the thing, and I
Yeah.
said yes. I'm being a director.
That's
You know what I'm
sick,
saying?
mate.
That was the thing.
That's
Director,
it.
cinematographer.
Yeah.
Like that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, make cinematic shit. That is cold. That's a sick story, man. That's a
Yeah,
story.
man.
I love that as well because I'm a bit of a low-key Marvel nerd. Like I
Mm.
love all the films as well. So that Spider-Man film, iconic film.
Iconic, mate.
So
Iconic.
good, so good. And then also, again, I do like watching TV and film and like noticing the cinematography. Like some things are just shot unbelievably. And then even I always bang on to my mates about, I don't know, did you watch Seth Rogen's new show, The Studio? One that got Bear Awards. It's sick.
not even.
But basically, I definitely recommend it. But there's a lot of like one shots in it and stuff, like crazy one shot take scenes and stuff. And you proper
Super into that.
appreciate it.
Yeah, super into like a good like long take.
Long take,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's long take and like loads of different things are happening. It's
Yeah,
all got to be
yeah,
so
yeah.
coordinated.
Oh,
It's
mate.
like poetry in motion.
Yeah, it is.
Mad.
Poetry in motion. Yes,
Trust
yes,
me.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, bro,
man.
it's too sick, too sick. Okay, so we're gonna keep it stepping. We got our next track again. These are deep cuts on this list.
Yeah.
I don't think I know this artist at all. To
Yeah.
be fair, so I'm intrigued, as I'm sure maybe some other people are. So let's just go in. Let's get this. Little dancey little vibe,
Yeah,
dancey
man.
little number.
Yeah, that's the thing. To be honest, like, yeah, amongst all the rap stuff, like, I like a lot of this kind of music as well. I listen to
interesting.
like indie, like, I listen to a lot of different genres. To be
Yeah.
honest, classical,
Yeah.
even sometimes just like film scores, like from a film, like the orchestral.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I like.
I've listened to some of them.
Yeah.
Scorponok's one random
Yeah.
track, Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, like Hans Zimmer stuff. Yeah.
That's mad. So interesting, you referenced film before, and we're just talking about stuff like that. So how did you get from film to music videos? And you've mentioned some of the different genres you like then. Was it just because you liked music so much and you liked different stuff? Or how did you go from watching that Spider-Man to wanting to then do music vids?
Mate, you know what it is, yeah, if I have to be honest, it's because film, when I was actually looking to what it goes into, like, getting into film, at the time I just thought, like, that is long. Like, I just thought it's long. I thought, I'm not seeing a single director that's done Transformers or whatever
Yeah.
that is in their 20s.
Yeah.
So I was just like, this is cool. Maybe it might come to me one day, but I just
Yeah.
thought, this is long, man. I want to make money. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And music videos, like,
It's accessible,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it's accessible. Yeah, there's an artist in every corner, like. You know, like, what you call Warner Brothers ain't gonna shoot you to come shoot the next film.
Yeah.
They're not gonna shout you to shoot the next film. So
Yeah.
there's artists everywhere. I started shooting with the artists.
Yeah,
like, do the
yeah.
video, get my cash in hand. Yeah, done.
Yeah.
I can see it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so I said, all right, cool. I use music as a stepping stone to get to where I want to be. But as I'm doing music and stuff, I'm also beginning to not even as I'm doing music, but I began to realize that actually I want to make like really cool like fashion films.
Yes.
Like,
sick,
so,
sick.
you know,
you've done some of that already, bro.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I was like, that's the bag I'm gonna get into. But again, the brands aren't just going to the nobody they don't know in it. So I said,
Yeah.
cool. I use music as like a
Bro,
way
that's
to like amplify my
great
skills as a
strategy.
director.
Great
yeah,
strategy,
and then
bro.
people will just see, okay, he actually shoots really good stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, he can shoot our brand videos. You know what I mean? He can
It
shoot
makes
that.
but you know what's even smarter about what you've done, because you were doing cinematic music videos.
Exactly.
It makes the transition to doing
Exactly.
fashion stuff with brands easier,
Exactly.
and then that'll make the transition to doing film stuff
Exactly.
easier. Even if you do want to get to that point later on in
So
life.
it was
Smash
all
that.
it was all like structured. You know what
Mate,
I'm
it's
saying?
smart at that.
That's why sometimes I say to people now,
Shout roll
like,
safe meme.
Yeah. Now that's what I say to people sometimes. Like, don't get too pressed about what you're not doing right now, because maybe what you're doing right now is a stepping stone to the other thing that you want to do.
Elite game.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Take
Trust
it in.
me, take it in, bro. You man,
Take
you're
it
getting
in.
free game here,
it
bro.
in.
Serious. Oh, I like the vibe of this track though.
Yeah, man. So this actually is a video. a song that I used when I did like my second clothing drop of these tracksuits.
Yeah.
I think it just meant a lot to me because I asked a bunch of people, some of them my friends, some of them was kind of like just like my industry friends,
Yeah.
and just everyone kind of coming down that day to come and be part of this thing and helping me like with the production of the advert.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know, it was just a really nice thing. I shot it here in Manchester.
Yeah.
I think that one there, it was early days of me doing my clothing brand.
Yeah,
And
fine.
like, it was just like me trying to tap into like another kind of business model.
Yeah.
And like, just, you know, I've always been a fashion man. So,
Yeah.
you know, and yeah, just getting the love and support from the people around me at the time in Manchester.
Yeah.
It meant a lot to me.
Yeah. No, that's sick. And it's funny you speak about your shit, yeah, because I've worn it a few times, even filming this. Yeah, like
What?
I wear your tracky bottoms. Your
You got one, yeah. Oh, mad. I
Bro, I wear them all the
completely
time. I've
forgot.
worn it on the pod.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wear them all the
Amazing,
time. They're
amazing.
they're a weekly wear for me.
Yeah.
Mate,
Yeah, man.
They're
Oh no,
fresh.
that's great. That's great. Yeah, because I in the end, like I kind of just left it aside for ages.
Yeah.
Like I think I didn't work out what my audience was for it properly.
Yeah.
I think I just saw a load of different brands that I thought was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just try and like promote mine like the same way they do, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna this and that. But I didn't know who it was for.
Yeah.
So in the end, I just kind of just took a big break from it, and everyone was like, you know, oh, what are you doing with the clothing? Oh, you should
Yeah.
come back, And I was
Yeah.
like, nah. But I think now I know what to do.
Yeah.
Now I know who this
Yeah,
is for. Because
exactly.
now, as time's gone on, I've tapped into now
Yeah.
who I am authentically. What is
Yeah.
my story? Where do I come from?
Yeah.
And I think now you'll
That
be able to
stuff
see that
helps,
in the
yeah.
new stuff that I
Exactly,
do.
bro. No.
You know?
No, that sounds good. So obviously you've mentioned a bit about what you're doing in fashion, but you were shooting fashion videos, and then just shooting all these different brands, it got you inspired, and then, or what was the jump there?
So I mean, the transition to the fashion stuff happened because I had a client hit me up that wanted. I had someone hit me up basically saying they wanted to do a fashion video,
Yeah.
and at this point, I've gone and shot my own ones, like little
Yeah.
spec ads and whatever, not for anybody, hoping that someone will see that and be like, oh yeah, like come do this for us. But this person actually came to me based off of a music video. They wanted me to do a treatment. A treatment's like a mood board plan. It's got some writing and whatever else, explaining the idea. And I made it for them, and they loved it. It was like, oh, this is so good. Like they've never actually seen a video plan like this. So they sent it to one of their cousins or their friends who also owns quite a big brand.
Oh, sick.
And he saw it and he was like, yo, like this is hard. Like, who's the guy that's made it? So
Yeah.
he's passed the details. So then he's now messaged me like, yo, bro, I've seen the thing that you did for Thingy. Like, can you do one for me? Like, I want to shoot a video.
Yeah.
And then he passed me on to another guy that he also knows as well, a German brand, to come and do their advert.
Yeah. I think
So-
I might have even, did you end up posting? Did you do
I
that?
did, yeah. None of us.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
might have seen that. Yeah.
So I ended up doing the first video for the second guy, and yeah, man, that was insane, man. That was at the time, that was one of the biggest budgets for a video I ever got, and I was so overwhelmed because I thought that because I'm only just stepping into fashion, I'm gonna have to like do something for free or do something super cheap. But you see, God knew this is what I wanted to do, and because I've worked in the music videos section, just doing what I'm doing,
Yeah.
they believed in me straight away.
It's good
And
credentials, isn't it?
yeah, they believed in me from the credentials, and that's what I've done. And they gave me like a good budget to do like my first one, and then from there, like I was active doing it, and then that kind of pushed me into that side of things a bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Mate, that's sick. That's sick. That's so good. That's so good. So yeah, you done that, and then you basically took the inspiration from it, and then like got onto your own stuff. Yeah.
Well, like my own like.
Yeah, like in terms of you producing like your own clothes.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean like I always kind of wanted to have my own, but I think from working with these guys and seeing like the inside and
That's
out,
what I was thinking,
yeah,
yeah.
of like having a clothing brand, the kind of
Yeah.
marketing it takes, the kind of things I'm seeing them having to do.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like I'll give this a go then as
Yeah.
well, innit?
Yeah.
And I think that because I managed to make Blue Boredom as the production company,
Yeah.
production business or whatever, work. I don't know. I just feel like whatever I set my mind to, like
Yeah.
it will work, innit?
That's sick.
I think if I apply that same mindset I had when I first did this, it has to work.
Yeah. Mate,
what I'm saying?
it's good. And mindset's so important as well, bro. Mindset's
everything.
So important, mate. It's huge. But yeah, man, big up the fashion. So you've been teasing it a bit. Is that one of your teas you got on there as well?
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is one of them. So when I talk about like even the market and everything, I've just definitely now lent more into the skateboarding side of things. I've got a second page called Skateboarding.
Yeah, we were saying that. Shout out Skateboarding. We'll drop that in the description.
Yeah, man. It's a play on words. Yeah, it's a play on words from Blue Boredom, so Skateboarding. Yeah, man, and it's just like a community page really, where we're just trying to get more people out skating, hosting like events and stuff where people can win like cash prizes. They can win like boards and t-shirts and stuff like that.
Sick.
And also buy some as well if you want to support the movement as well. So this is something that I'm planning at the moment. I've got another one happening hopefully in May at the new skate park.
Get at that.
So we'll have these t-shirts, we'll have some boards and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hope to see a lot of people.
Sick.
There, man.
Yeah, get at that definitely. And then what are you saying as a skater then? What's your text saying? Are you like, what would you say? You sick or? What?
I'm all right, innit? I'm all right. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm the best. Like.
I heard they calling him Young Tony Hawk.
Yeah, nah. Do you know what? Like, obviously, I've been skating since I was like 13, innit?
Yeah.
I'm 26 now.
Yeah.
So I've been skating a long time, on and off sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm all right. You have to go check out the page. Go check out Skateboarding.
There you go. Then
it.
you'll see if he's
Then you'll see
decent.
it. Man.
You decide.
Yeah, you decide.
That's jokes, mate. That's quality. Okay, so we're gonna keep it stepping. We're going into the next one. Back in, and Blue Boredom is going to give us an intro for his. We're getting towards the end. We're in the final 3, home stretch. Go on, give us an intro first.
This is Cruiser. I look so excited to tell this one, but this is Cruiser Arcadian Breeze. This one means a lot to me because I heard this when I went to LA for the first time.
Shout out LA.
Yeah.
I love LA.
Oh mate, it's the best thing ever, and it just holds such a place in my heart because from when I was young, I always wanted to go to LA. Like, always wanted to go to America. Like, you know, from being young, being a skater, being into filmmaking, being into like motorbikes and like the X Games and everything about and wrestling, like everything about like my childhood has been so American. Yeah. Like I've had this vision of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So going there, and I went there and I was filming. I was skateboarding. Sick. I was like around good people. Like there was this girl called Anna. She's a stylist, and like she was like our host taking us around LA, and you know what? We wasn't even living no like extravagant kind of life while we was there, but it was a very normal kind of life. But I loved it because then it just felt normal, you know. And I just remember like times being in the car, innit? Like with the window down, just listening to this song and just the breeze, and then riding, and then even just like, you know, certain mornings I'd wake up in the morning, I'd go for a skate around the area, and I'd just be like, wow, like this is life,
mate. It's so
I'm
sunny.
living
it's
now.
like palm trees.
Yeah,
it's like such a vibe.
So this song, Arcadian Breeze by Cruiser. In fact, and we was even staying in Arcadia as well, which is a bit further out from like where all the buzzing stuff is, but it's just a nice peaceful neighborhood. This just like speaks for itself, man.
Wow, well, that is a fantastic intro. So we all got that picture in our minds. I want to be in LA right now, but
bro,
Manchester will do anyway. I like it so far. Nice intro. I can imagine it, man. It's
bro,
sick.
do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I can imagine
oh,
mate, it's giving me
cry.
Like,
I could
cry.
cry.
Imagine this like a video, like, you know what I mean? Like a post-trip video, vlog type vibe, cutting through LA.
Sometimes I just go on my gallery and I look through like the pictures and listen to this song.
Yeah.
And I could just cry, just like, take me back.
So good. That's
I've not been living since I came back.
Trust Trust me.
My life has been on pause.
Oh my days.
hopefully
Again.
I'm gonna go next month though. To be honest.
Oh, sick.
Hopefully I'm gonna go again next month.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, we've got, like I said, Chloe in our team. She's in LA.
Yeah. I need to shout her, man. She's to put me up somewhere.
Yeah. Trust me. Yeah, we'll sort that out.
Yeah,
Straight
man.
connects, bro. Straight connects. Also, the LA Tourism Board sponsor us. This is another good ad for you, man.
Is it? Yeah. LA Tourism Board.
Sponsor
You
us.
heard the man.
This is sick. I'm gonna be bumping this one for sure.
Oh wait, you reckon this one can hit
Yeah,
the playlist?
This one's hitting the playlist.
Yeah.
It's certified. It's been
Yeah, man.
approved, mate.
Yeah, man. Come on.
I'm like, you've dipped through a load of different genres as well.
Yeah. There's a mix.
Yeah, a bit of a mix in there.
So what would you call this genre? Like, where would you put this?
This is what it's even. That's exactly what I was thinking, because it's even hard to place. Like, I'm a bit loose with my genres as well. Like, but it gives me like a bit. It's like acid. You can hear like the acid guitar, like washed out guitar sounds. Like, it's a bit like kind of like psych funk, alt rock.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh mate, this
This
takes
is
me
a
back.
this is a vibe.
Take me back.
So good. It's funny because I've been in LA, like I'm imagining LA listening to it.
Yeah, because you've been. Yes, you know what I'm
That's
talking
saying.
about.
I
Like, you know what I'm talking
literally-
about.
I know what you're talking
The
about.
palm
bro.
trees and just
Bro, it's
yeah.
such a vibe. I love LA. It's funny because are you into footy much or not really? Nah, fair. So
When I stopped playing it, I just
that was you done.
that was me done with everything to do it.
Alright, fair enough. I was gonna say, you must know who Rashford is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically, Rashi got asked in an interview where his favorite holiday destination was. He was like LA.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah,
That's
him
what he
and his
said.
boys go and he always drops some mad Instagrams and they've got the maddest villas in
Is it?
in the hills.
Yeah, man.
Like, the way he's doing LA ain't the way I'm doing LA, but still.
Yeah. It's a bit. Yeah. Yeah, man.
No,
Definitely need to go back though.
Mate, so good. So that LA trip, I think I had you on Insta at the time. Was it a work trip or did you just go out and happen to do some work or what
You know what? Like it was a bit of both in it. Like we had the idea to do some work. Like I'd reached out to a few people, but pretty much everything fell through, to be honest. So then we was like, oh well, we're going anyways. Like I really want to go. And then while we was there, we ended up finding work. So we was there for 10 days. The first 5 days was basically just holiday, and then the last 5 days we shot like almost every day.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
Sick,
yeah. So we shot like a little video for like a jazz band. Shot 2 music videos. Shot and we're shooting some like social content for this skater who rides for Monster.
Yeah. Oh,
So we shot that, and then there was like one other thing I can't even remember, but yeah, basically.
That's sick, yeah, because I think I remember you put on your story like you were looking for artists or something. I
Yeah,
think I sent
yeah.
through a few that I knew maybe at the time, but
Yeah.
that's sick. Did you go out with other people as well?
Yeah. I went out with another director, another 2 directors and a photographer.
Oh, sick.
So it was all creative. So we just kind of the jobs we did, we all just kind of like
Yeah.
just split everything
yeah.
and just split the jobs. Like it weren't like, oh, this person's the director, this person's this. We just
Yeah.
all just like got our hands in. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No.
Whatever money we make, it just helps pay
Yeah.
back like our
Yeah.
accommodation and
And
things
the
like
trip
that, you know?
costs and that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
no, that's sick. That's a sick like mentality as well. That's what you need as well. Like that.
Yeah,
'cause
man.
this
We were
is
just
the-
happy to be there, man.
Bro, same.
Just
And
happy to
it's
be there.
interesting on that topic because obviously in different sectors of different creative things, like in people talk about like the music industry and how like there's loads of snakes and this and or whatever. There's all of this stuff going on. How have you found it being like music industry like adjacent, but being like in like you're kind of I guess in film and like videography as well, or like what's it like? Is it a supportive scene?
Yeah, I would say that like for the most part it can be quite supportive. I think, but like in anything that you're in, when you're doing it to like a high level, there'll always be certain people that I don't know might want to gatekeep certain things from you, or they don't want to let you in on all their tricks, you know. But same with me as well. Like I'm not just gonna like lay out to somebody absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you got to hold a couple things for yourself as well.
Yeah.
But
fair.
Yeah, I've not really dealt with like too much like snaky people like in the industry too tough.
Yeah.
My only issues I've had is probably with artists that I've
Yeah.
done some funny stuff, but
Yeah.
amongst other directors and
Yeah.
other people, you get me, like it's
Yeah.
just been calm, man.
No, that's good, man. I feel like that's what you need. But then, yeah, how have you found it, like, being music industry adjacent? Like, because I think I've got maybe an idea what you're talking about, like maybe like not getting paid from certain artists for jobs, or like, is
That
it
sort
or
of
is it
stuff,
like
yeah.
the labels and management, or like what's the kind of situation there?
You know, the main thing that just does my head in is like being rushed for a video, and then when it comes to payment, they just like want to take the longest with it.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that like just does my head in. Yeah,
Taking a mick, mate.
yeah, taking a mick with the payments, maybe not even getting paid sometimes, or like, yeah, man, just people just kind of getting a bit switchy on you.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, man. Like honestly, the music industry, like I got love for it. You get me? It's where I come up and whatever else, but I do feel like some of the love being lost a little bit because of
Yeah.
situations like that.
yeah.
You know.
No, it makes sense, and it's interesting. So, is that something that still would happen to you now, or is it like no way, or is it just something that's always a risk?
I feel like something that's always a risk because it's like, and the reason why I would say that is because, it's happened to me with people that I would have never expected it to. You know, especially at the level I'm at. Maybe we've even worked together on multiple videos,
Wow.
and then like it's ended up like that where like now I'm not being paid.
Yeah.
And
That's crazy.
whatever else. Yeah, and it's like so what do you do then? Like like who do you trust? How can you trust? You know, obviously now we try and put things in place so that we at least get, you know, either 75% of the budget up front, or like or you know, make sure you get your 50% and stuff. But yeah, man, sometimes I don't know, sometimes you can't avoid it, and I don't know. It's a tough one. I wish I had all the answers for it, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that have also experienced the same thing.
Yeah, man. It's interesting. That's the thing. It's like people don't realize, but that's the sort of stuff that goes on that maybe you wouldn't even think. But I feel like it's life as a creative, innit? I guess
It is,
as
man.
well, but
It's a dirty game, but it's also like good at the same time. Because like we're not working 9 to 5s. We're not like, you know, it's one of them things in it. It's got loads of pros in it, but it has to have its cons, and sometimes its cons are just pretty bad.
Yeah.
But like, because we love it, we're obsessed with it.
Yeah.
You know, I guess we're always here, innit? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
no, it's one of them. It's one of them. Shout out the creatives. Okay, so we're gonna keep it stepping. Next one we have. This is another interesting one. Praise is what I do. Shekinah Glory Ministry. So we're gonna play, and then we'll talk about this
Some
one
gospel.
Yeah.
Wanna be close
Taking it to the church.
you.
Taking it to the church.
I lift my hands in praise.
Interesting. Speaking about gospel, have you seen the kind of new gospel rap wave, like DC3 and people like that?
Yeah. I know him still.
Oh,
Yeah.
really sick.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's
I've
good. It's
seen him
getting
a few times. Yeah.
it's getting the people into listening to gospel music a bit more.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's what we need.
Yeah. No, he's doing his thing, to be fair. He's I saw he was, because I went to Mobos, and then on the radio they were saying I think he was the first gospel act to win Best Newcomer, like in 20 something years or something like that. So yeah,
You went to the Mobos here in Manchester?
yeah, Manchester, yeah.
Oh. How did you go? Did you get like an invite? or
It was
something?
sick. So basically what happened was we was trying to go to film actually. So we like submitted 2 forms, and it's actually a bit of a funny story because basically because we're new to the media stuff, I didn't want to seem like a noob. So I was going back and forth with ChatGPT like, should I fill out both forms? ChatGPT was like, no, do not fill out this form.
Yeah.
You will look unprofessional. Fill one out and then wait. So I did that, and then it got to like closer to the time, and then I like, to be fair, I left it a bit too late to like rechase it. But anyway, by the time I went back to it, it was like the second form had closed, so that was like our only other opportunity to go kind of gone. So I was go back and forth emailing with the guy, and he was like, you can have like a table ticket basically.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what we
yeah.
ended up doing in the
Oh,
end.
nice.
So it was good. We still got to go. It was a sick night.
That's
Proper
good,
sick
man.
night.
Yeah.
The Mobos was mint. Hopefully we're gonna go again next year. I was saying if we get a table and we got more seats, I'll definitely shout you if you wanna.
Yeah, it'd be good. I went to it in Sheffield, but I've not been to it since then. That was like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, it was sick.
Yeah, Mobos are sick.
Whether happy or sad, I praise you in all that I go through.
Gospel thing is, gospel music's actually good musically as well.
Yeah. What are you Christian?
On top of the meaning, my dad was a pastor.
Is it? But are you a Christian?
Am I a Christian? Yeah.
Yeah. You practice.
Yeah, I don't. This is the thing. To be fair, I've not been good at going to church, but yeah, still pray and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, man. It's about the relationship you have with
But
God.
that's the thing. That's
about a relationship.
That is the one thing that I always took from when I was younger and going to church and stuff was that it's about your personal relationship.
Yeah.
Less so about the things around it. But
Yeah, like church is good to have that congregation there, people that you can either bounce off of, that can uplift you. That also gives you that foundation, you know, like Christ loved the church. The church is Christ's like temple, you know what I'm saying? So it's important, but also with the notion that like it's about our personal relationship with God, as much as that's also important, and that's what it is. It's not to abuse though, and like you just go doing what you want because God understands me.
No,
I got my relationship with God.
That's crazy. That's
it's
crazy.
not that. It's not that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
It's making sure that you do your best every day to abide by His laws.
Yeah.
To love Him.
I think it's for me. What I feel it's more about kind of living as a good person, trying to like spread light. That's kind of like how I personally take it.
Spread light and spread the name of Jesus.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's deeper than just living as a good person. Because there's lots of, the Bible says, isn't it? There's lots of good people that like still may never go to heaven, or like Jesus will still say like, I never knew you, because it's about acknowledging Him as our Lord and Savior. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the light. So there's no experience of God, and there's no heaven, there's no none of this without Jesus. That's why we say in the name of Jesus, because without Jesus, we're void. Do you know what I'm saying? But He came to take our place so that we can say, yo, when we're there trying to get into the club, we can say, nah, I'm with Jesus. And then they say, yes, okay, cool, you can cut through. But without Him, who are you? You know what I'm saying? That's just like a little analogy to make it easy for you, but that's it there.
That's a good
You know?
analogy.
Yeah.
it's good
Like
analogy.
that's what it is. So it's important that we're now acknowledging Him, giving thanks to Him, living for Him. Yeah, man. Yeah. And it's a work in progress for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's interesting. For me, to be fair, one thing I've been thinking about faith recently because of the Dave album.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, that obviously touched on faith quite a lot.
I loved it.
Yeah, definitely. It was a fantastic project. But yeah, speaking about your faith, so was this from like young? I assume it's family influences. Obviously, a lot of Ghanaian families, proud Christians. But was it like from your family, or did you kind of have? Because even to be fair, I've known some people who've kind of just had their own complete personal journey away from like family.
Yeah.
And even later in life sometimes as well. So yeah, what was kind of your story there, bro?
Yeah, for me,
faith.
obviously, like, yeah, I grew up Christian, cause like, yeah, my family and whatever else. So I was always like, yeah, I'm a Christian, I believe in God, but I never really fully understood what it means to actually follow God and to actually like live by how He's asked us to live. I didn't know a lot of things I was doing was sinful or whatever else, innit? But I think as I got a bit older, and it came to about 2020. I think it was 2024 still, actually. that's when I got baptized. And because, yeah, like I came to a place where I accepted God. And, you know, because I was going through a bit of a time, bit of a hard sort of time, like mentally, anxiety and all these different things in it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was spending a lot of time looking at different stuff, maybe videos and reading stuff, Google, whatever, like, why do I feel this way? Like, how do I, blah, blah, blah. So after looking at all this self-help stuff, I said, you know what, like, let me look at them, see what my Bible app has got to even say about this. And on the Bible app now, there's different categories that you can read. So it might say love, anxiety, trust, anger, whatever. So you click whichever one you want. It'll give you all the scriptures to do with that.
Yeah.
So I started just reading that. I said, you know what, like, okay, cool, God, like, obviously everyone's talking about you, innit? So, like, let me see.
He sounds kind of popping.
yeah, literally. So I say, okay, cool, let me see what, if I just like, okay, see what God says about this. I'm reading. I'm like, wow, like, this is actually feels like real life. What it's saying here, like, this is actually what's happening. Yeah. So I said, okay, I'll trust in God and I'll give it some time. I'm not setting a time limit, but I said, you know, I'll just spend this time, see what God says about it. And I began to see my situation changing. I began to see the cloud moving from over my head. And I was like, cool, I'm going to find a church then for me. Because I weren't liking going to my mum's church. It was just like traditional Ghanaian church. I didn't connect with it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, cool, let me find my own church. Yeah. I did that. And I was enjoying it. So I started taking myself to church, just myself. And then there was a girl that I ended up getting with at the time, and she also was like down to be new, like start her faith. Okay, so we was kind of do it together. Cool. So it helped having her as at least someone I can do this with. Yeah. Because most of my mates at the time, they weren't really on it. Like they was like, Christian, but not really practicing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that was really the start of it all. And this song was one of the songs that I'd heard that I really liked and connected with. Because at the time I said I weren't really into too much gospel music. Yeah. I'd be like, what? How can you like listen to gospel music like, on a regular? Like you just listen to that in church. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm not in church. I don't want to hear that. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? I was like that. Like it's not lit. I need some future. You know what I'm saying? But I heard this and I was like, nah, this is hard. I can actually listen to this. Yeah. So that's where this one come from. Yeah. Still.
No, that's amazing, bro. No, it's an amazing story, and it's interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of people in times of hardship, I think faith, can really be like a big help. And it's funny when you talk about doing self-help books and things like that. Yeah. So people sometimes do all sorts of things, but maybe if they tried that, you know, it might be something which would really help them as well.
That's it. They just have to try it, because you know what it is, like I've noticed, because I felt it myself at the time. A lot of people are scared to either like come to their faith fully and not just say the universe and I'm spiritual and all this kind of stuff. No, like Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. A lot of people are scared to do that because I feel like they feel with the Bible, like as though a lot of people say, okay, I respect that what it says, and you know it's about living a good life and love and whatever else. But there are things that we're told not to do. There's things that you know we're prohibited from, and a lot of people kind of look at that and say, you know, like subconsciously maybe they feel like I don't want to have to change how I live. Like. It's the 21st century, it's 2026. Like, what do you mean I can't do this? So a lot of people are pushed away from it because they're probably not prepared to have that drastic change in their lifestyle patterns. You know what I'm saying? But I just say, you don't have to completely change like that. The Holy Spirit, God will change you. But it's about you taking that first step, taking his hand, seeing what he has to say, and just trying, each day, just trying to live a bit more like him, to follow what he says, and the rest will follow. Amen.
Amen. Wow. So it's been a fantastic episode. We've had Blue Boredom on my OST. He's given us all sorts of flavors. Yeah. There's been some life lessons in there. Yeah. There's been a lot, but we have one more track. The final track.
Let's get into it.
By a legend, another legend. We're going to go in. So we've got Sade, Kiss of Life.
And she must have commented saying like, this marketing's genius or something.
Oh, sick.
And then I liked her comment and I think I might have followed her. because
Yeah.
I thought like, oh, like, she looks alright.
Yeah.
And
the,
then,
the rest is history.
Yeah, literally like, and then we got speaking on Insta, and then it was just super organic, really. Got speaking, and I think before I met her, I already knew like I like this girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I already kind of knew. So we met up for a coffee and whatever else, and
Yeah.
when I met her, I just said, yeah, yo, like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
But I think as well, I was also in a place where I said like, if I'm dating, I'm doing it properly, innit?
Yeah.
So even that first time I met her, I came like with a big bouquet of like flowers and that.
Yeah.
First time meeting, I just said like, I want to do the old school way, like what our grandfathers did. So I came to see her with
proper
that.
romance. It's like Will Smith on Hitch, bro.
Bro, do you know what I'm saying?
Man,
It's like,
take notes,
bro, so I came like that, and the maddest thing is that she even came though as well with like a little like gift bag with like stuff for
man.
me. I'm thinking, what? Like, I've never had a girl like,
Yeah.
we don't even know if
girl
today,
trying.
bro.
What?
We don't even know if today's gonna go well, and we're doing all this. So that just told me as well that like, yo, okay, like this girl's serious.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like
Yeah.
this is,
That's
you know.
good, bro.
So yeah, from that point, I just knew, and I saw her like 2 more times after that, and then we just made it official. I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not messing about here.
Jeez,
Yeah, man.
respect. So
Yeah, man.
how whenabouts was this? Like,
This is last year.
Last year.
year, like February.
Yeah.
Last year, February
Last
still.
year, February. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the rest is history.
The rest is history, bro. I didn't mess around really. I just made it official ASAP because I knew what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I feel like having like a good girl in your corner
Yeah,
it definitely
it's
gives like
amazing,
good
bro.
structure and
I think
know?
it really helps. There's like all those old cliche sayings, but
Yeah.
yeah, like
See what I'm
behind every
saying?
good man's a strong woman or whatever. that
absolutely,
phrase, but it's true.
absolutely. And like I've done my fair share of dating. Like I've dated quite a few people more than what I would like to admit.
Let's cut that one.
Yeah.
No
But you know what?
comment.
But the main thing is I've learned so many different things in all of that. I've learned a lot about myself in it all. And I've probably learned the most in this one with her because it's probably been the most realist, the most honest relationship that I've had in it.
It's important, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's really helped me grow a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to be in this. I'm very like grateful to have her.
Yeah, amazing. Well, no, she sounds great. So, what does she do out of interest? She creative like you, or?
You know what? Like kind of not officially a creative though,
Yeah.
but like her mind is crazy. Like
Yeah.
she sees things and all the micro things like in videos and ideas like the same way I
Yeah,
do.
that's
Sometimes
sick.
even more from like a different angle.
Yeah.
which I love.
That's
but
what we need as well. It's good.
yeah. So like
Bounce off each
sometimes like I'll bounce ideas
Yeah,
off her with my work.
exactly,
Like, what do you think
bounce
about
off
this?
each
Which
other's.
one do you think?
Yeah.
But no, she works for Zara at the moment. She's like
nice.
in training for like the commercial side of
Yeah.
Zara.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, that's what she does, and she's got
Sick.
like 2 like kind of businesses she's trying to run as well,
Oh,
like
respect.
consulting and
Yeah.
then like this kind of like clothing thing as well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Respect. Power couple.
yeah. Hopefully,
Serious power couple.
Yeah, man.
That's sick. Where's she from? Out of interest.
Kent.
Ken. Oh,
Yeah,
safting.
Yeah, Quay. He's Quay, man.
Trust me.
But obviously, you know, like I work in London all the time, innit? So
Yeah.
I balance seeing her with the work as
Yeah.
well. But obviously, I wish I could see her more. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, we make it work, innit? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's the thing. One of my mates did from like got together with a girl from like sixth form. He went to uni in the States, in America. She was in uni in England.
I wouldn't do all that. Bun
Bro,
that.
they did that for like 4 years.
You know,
bro.
bun that. I ain't doing all that.
And I was like, fair play.
Yeah, that's mental. That's mental. I couldn't
Yeah.
do that. I couldn't be with someone that lives in the States. Like, different time zones. What are you even up to right
Bro,
now?
it's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying.
Same way, obviously, I don't know what she's up to, like, technically, right? Like, well, I do know what she's doing today,
Yeah.
innit? But I don't know.
Yeah.
Different countries are
That's
just mad.
Yeah, there's
Different, just
distance.
mad.
I'm saying there's long distance and there's long distance.
You know what I'm saying?
bro.
Yeah, that's not my bag.
Yeah.
There are plenty of people in the world.
Yeah.
Like, plenty of
Sure,
people in
this-
your city that I'm sure you can meet. But yo, it works for some people, innit? So
Yeah.
yeah, we big up those people that make it work, innit?
Yeah, big up. Okay, and then there we have it. That was Mr. Blue Boredom's My OST. Could be a generational one there. crazy topics.
Yeah, man.
Breadth, span, some deep conversation, intellectuals.
Come on.
If you know, you know. Shout out Real Safe Me and bring it back again.
We'll see.
So if someone's a fan of Blue Boredom, what have you got coming up next, bro?
Yeah, I mean, right now, like, I've got quite a few projects coming up right now. I've got a pretty big one. Can't really speak on it too much right now. They made me sign an NDA. But it's a big commercial,
thing.
isn't it? Like, look out for that one still.
Big thing.
That could be a game changer. And then yeah, I'm focusing a lot on my skateboarding kind of content. And like, you know, that sort of thing I'm trying to do with the events and whatever else. I'd say, like, yeah, they're the main things right now. That's the main thing right now for me. So just look out for that. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everyone that's been kind of running along on this journey with me. Appreciate you, bro, as well. You've seen, like, the beginning of, like,
Trust
the journey
me.
and stuff like that.
Been watching, bro. Proud of you.
Yeah, man. So it's just great to have, like, real people around me like that, people like yourself, and yeah, God willing, this is gonna be an amazing year.
We gotta keep pushing you, man.
life.
We gotta keep pushing you, bro.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, there we go. So thank you guys. You know, all that good stuff. Subscribe. There'll be something on the screen. I'm gonna stop pointing in the air because it gets embarrassing when there's nothing there.
Yeah, like,
Pointing there, there's nothing even there. But anyway, and then you know, so this is coming out on the last Tuesday of the month. We've got the audio dropping 2 days later on all of your Spotify platforms. It's late, that's why Blue's yawning. It's 10 p.m. We got him up late, but we got it done, and it's very last minute before release, but here we are anyway. So get at us on all the socials, get at him on all his socials. They'll be in the description. All of that stuff. We're gonna sign off. Goodbye.
Thank you, man.
Jeez, let's go.
My man.
There we go.